Okay, now let us get into this evidence sent to me by a team member. Now, I had to put the team member on notice because whenever I use articles that they send to me, they usually get a visit, right? Because these entities, they are in their feelings, they're upset, they don't like when we point out what is happening. Now, let us get into this evidence courtesy of our credible source, which is Fox News. Now, pay attention to this. Hospital Insider warns trans kids on hormones frequenting ER for harming themselves in a cry for help. Let that sink in, right? So you understand the time and season we are in. The main Hospital Insider calls chemical sex change for kids cruel, and we agree, right? Let us continue with the evidence. An insider at Maine Health, one of the largest systems in the state who is familiar with patient care information, including adolescents, is speaking out about transgender children who are taking hormonal pharmaceuticals for chemical sex changes and subsequently showing up with serious mental health crises, including psychotic breaks from reality in acute emergency setting. The source made their concern known to Do No Harm, an organization seeking to restore the medical field to science-based care. It's about time. It's about time that the medical field wake up to this agenda. It's about time, right, that these people realize what is happening. Because science is one of the building blocks when it comes down to the West. So I cannot understand how the West is going to sweep science aside and bow to this agenda, because this is not happening in China. It's not happening in Russia. It is not happening in the Middle East. So why is it that the West push aside science and bow to this agenda to the point where children are harming themselves now? Let us continue with some more evidence. Patients with psych emergencies are admitted to the emergency room in severe scenarios when urgent stabilization is needed. Psych-related emergency room visits are due to the patient being a danger to themselves or others. Verbal threat of violence, hallucinations, cutting themselves, and attempting suicide. Right? These are the things that happens when good people say nothing and allow this movement, this LGBTQ movement for children, continue to move on, right? Because some of us decide to feed it life, and this is what is the end result. Let us continue. I feel like it's kind of like the kids' way of screaming out, hey, look at me, I need help. And whatever issues was going on, it kind of shows itself. They could also have things like cutting behaviors or any form of like self-harm. Cutting is one of the more frequently seen ones, the insider said. Wow, wow, what can I say? I've been trying to wake up people for a number of years to this agenda, right? Letting them know it's not about adults wanting to live their life. It's not about equal opportunities. And look at what is happening today, right? Because they move from the adults and now they're on our children, right? They are giving children the idea that they can be a boy, but you can be a girl, right? And we are forgetting science. We are forgetting their DNA. We're forgetting how young they are. How would they respond to these powerful hormones? Right? Science is one of the building blocks of the West. How could they sit around and allow this trans kids agenda to flourish like it has? How? Right? When we have so much so-called educated people and they sit around and allow this transgender for children to carry on. It's child abuse. Call it what it is. Right? You even have lawmakers who are supposed to have your best interests, putting forward laws so that children can disobey their parents, to strip parents of their parental rights. How did we sit and allow this to happen? This is not good enough. And you have the evidence. Go check the article out for yourself. Use critical thinking and understand the time and season we are living in. What kind of spirit is behind the LGBTQ agenda? What kind of spirit is behind the transgender kids agenda? What kind of spirit is behind it? Understand, we're in the days of Noah. Pay attention. And when you see men and women in high places putting in laws to enable this to happen, you should know what time it is. We need to pray. Pray for children, right? As I say, glory be to the Most High.